Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Marshall back with bids and offers. I want to make this video on this trade that I took today on the S&P 500 E-mini futures, where I got long right here at these 63.50s, one ES contract with my stop at the 47s. Thesis was a break and retest of this previous high a day, basically using the structural point right here from yesterday afternoon at the 48s, saying if we can get above the 48s and hold, I'm going to look for signs of buyers. Now, something that I want to show you from earlier on in the session is the fact that we did pop up to these 48s and 50s and rejected hard. What this looked like on the book map was this. I want to show you guys what this looked like on the book map. Basically, it looked like this right here. There was a lot of passive selling going on at these 48s, 50s, 51s, and the aggressive buyers could not get through this seller, and then it sold off. So something that I was looking for on a move back up into this area was, number one, are these sellers, the passive sellers, going to be defending price up in here once the market gets back up into it? And they started to for a little while, but eventually the buyers got that breakout they were looking for. We pulled back into that high a day here at the 63.50s, and what that looks like is now, instead of seeing offers trying to hold back these buyers, right, now we're seeing bids being fed to all the sellers who are trying to sell in this move, starting from about 10.56 all the way to about 11.12. What that looks like here on the chart is this. You see this little sideways kind of consolidation right here where we're just moving sideways for over 10 minutes. And what this looks like on the footprint chart is this. So you can see clearly here how we popped up out of these 50s, right? We pull back down into these 50s, right, from the 54s, 55s, where we had a lot of buying activity going on. Look at all that volume being done up there, right? We move back down here, lots of sell activity, but it can't result in a move any lower than the 49s and sustaining, right? Look at this. This aggressive selling activity right into this bid here could not result in a move down. The market popped up on that, and as soon as it popped up, look, massive bid, 556 or 546 orders right there. Very, very large bid right there for a passive buyer who is willing to get into the market quickly by putting his order right beneath where the market is currently trading. As soon as I saw that right here, I hit the market long and I got in at about the 50s. Really, really good entry on that. Had I hit it a little bit later, I probably would have been at like the 51s or 52s. But basically that pulled back. It held that bid right there, broke through just a little bit. I had my stop at the 47s. Basically saying if the buyers do give up this price level again, again here, let me just get this footprint out of the way. If the buyers do give up this level where we rejected very hard already once today, and speaking of that level from yesterday, where is that? It's right here. That level from yesterday afternoon, which still had not been reclaimed and bought above yet in today's session. I was looking for that right here around 11 o'clock. And about 11:07 is when I got into the trade right here. As you can see my execution right there, 11:07, and I got out at about 11:29. So that was like what is that? A 22 minute trade. Pretty solid. I bought it, only went down a little bit on me. I put my stop right here on the other side of this low volume node, saying that if buyers do give up this effort again, I will get out and I'll cut the loss for like 2.5 points, maybe 3 points. And my first target on this was the goal of that previous high from early this morning at the 58s. So as soon as we got up above that offering that had been done earlier on in the session, I said, okay, Chris said, hey, look at all this buying that's coming in here, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, like this level is really starting to develop at the 50s. I'm going to target the 58s first. I'm going to see if we can get above that early morning high. And we actually did. We got all the way up here. Buyers just kept buying all the way through these offers that were in place, all the way through that early morning area. And as soon as it got above the 60s here, this is where I started to trail my stop pretty deep. So my worst case scenario would be like a 4 or 5 or 6 point loss, or I'm sorry, 4 or 5 or a 6 point gain on that trade. What I wanted to do was target a move out of this area. This is kind of like a head and shoulders right here. If you guys kind of notice that, some candlestick guys, shoulder, head, shoulder, and it's moving up on lots of buying aggression here, right? So we cracked this high, I'm saying if they're strong, I'm going to let it roll to this supply zone that we have right here at this on this 30 minute that appeared at 63.64 at 10 a.m. yesterday. Okay, the market dropped pretty aggressively out of that, so that's just something that I was looking to go target. Again, watching the strength along the way at, like, the 55s, the 58s, the 60s, and then seeing if we could actually get up to my target. Chris held this thing a little bit longer, all the way up to here, I think like the 66s or something like that. But very, very solid trade we caught in the live trading room today. I have the link in the description for you guys to join if you're not already joined. I also have an order flow setups fully explained how-to ebook. It's going to be really short and sweet. It's going to be very, very value packed. I'm working on it right now. They're going to have trade examples. We're going to have my 4 favorite order flow based setups and how to execute them and how to set up all of these order flow tools on your charts so that you can see what's going on behind these candlesticks, right? Because there's a lot going on behind the scenes. You wouldn't know if there's a lot of buyers starting to hit the market here. All you would see is that candle, but this is what the book map shows you. So once you get the hang of this and learning how to read the volume tape, aside from the price action fact, it gives you a much better edge, and you can avoid some trades. You can take some trades with really, really good risk-reward multiples. Today, this trade was about a 6.5 R. I think I took about 14 points on about 2 3/4 points of risk, or 2.5 points of risk. Really, really solid, almost 7 R. So essentially, I could take that trade, 6 or 7 times and then win it once and be break even. So if I can win those trades, half the time, I'm doing pretty good. So prioritizing risk reward is great, and using these order flow tools like this, this volume profile, number one, to see where the volume is being done. We did a lot of business down here. Every dip got bought up, right? This low a day got cracked. Buyers bid it up. I was saying, hey, if they can hold above this previous high a day, look at how much volume they're doing up here, right? This volume profile is only drawn out to my exit right here at 11:29. So this is all the volume from 9:30 to 11:29, and look at how much volume came in on this move up out of this high here. So that signaled to me, hey, it looks like there's a lot of buyers who are positioning themselves for a move up. So I decided to join them there. Really nice, tight risk management on that, and a really good target, really good confirmation, finding those absorbed sellers, and that's pretty much all I got. So yeah, keep an eye out soon. I'll have a link to my ebook, and you guys can go hit that link to join the live trading if you really want to go do that. It's really, really valuable. A lot of people are really liking it in there. We call out all the trades, why we are taking them, what we're seeing on the tape, on the charts, and we answer questions and stuff like that. So hope you guys have a great day. Thank you everybody for watching, and peace out.